You're standing in a grocery store checkout line with $180 worth of food in your cart. For the last 3 years, this moment has always triggered the same ritual, the mental math. $180 on groceries means maybe $220 left for the week. That means gas money gets tight. That means walking to work on Thursday and Friday. That means no buying lunch. Every swipe of your card carries tension. But this time, something strange happens. You don't check your bank balance. You don't hold your breath. You just pay and leave. 3 weeks ago, you made $5,100 in a single month for the first time in your life. You're not rich. Your apartment still has issues. You're still one car repair away from stress. But something fundamental has shifted. You're no longer surviving. You might actually be building. And that shift changes everything. What actually changes isn't the money. Let's talk about Daniel. He's 29, freelance designer. For 3 years, he hovered between $2,800 and $3,400 a month, enough to cover rent, utilities, food, nothing left. No real savings, just constant low-grade anxiety. Then, 1 month, everything aligned. A $2,200 project, an $1,800 contract, smaller jobs stacked on top. Total income, $5,100. Crossing $5,000 didn't make him wealthy. It did something more important. It freed cognitive bandwidth. Before that month, every conversation about money triggered internal calculations. When a client asked, "Can you start next week?" his brain split in two. One part listened, the other ran survival math. Rent due, credit card minimum, insurance auto draft, payment terms, cash flow gap. He underpriced projects not because he lacked skill, but because he lacked mental space. Researchers at Harvard University have studied something called the bandwidth tax. When people experience financial scarcity, their cognitive performance drops significantly. In experiments, participants reminded of financial stress performed the equivalent of 13 IQ points lower. Scarcity doesn't just make you stressed, it makes you cognitively narrower. When Daniel hit $5,000 consistently, he didn't get smarter, he got his brain back. Identity shifts after proof. There's a psychological moment that happens after your first $5,000 month. Before that, you hope you can earn that much. After that, you know you can. That shift from hoping to knowing is enormous. Psychologists call it a mastery experience. It's the strongest builder of self-belief. One real data point rewrites your identity. You stop thinking, "I'm trying to make this work," and start thinking, "I run a business." But the brain resists change. After the first $5,000 month, imposter syndrome kicks in. Month 2 might dip to $4,200. Your brain whispers, "Fluke." Month 3 hits $5,400. Maybe not. Month 4 drops slightly. Doubt returns. It's only after repeated evidence that your internal story updates. You're not lucky, you're capable. The $5,000 threshold is psychological, not luxurious. $5,000 a month equals $60,000 annually. That's around the median income level in the United States, according to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Crossing that threshold moves you from below average to average, and psychologically, that matters. You're no longer the broke person in every room. But after taxes, health insurance, and self-employment costs, $5,000 might become closer to $3,000 in usable income. It's not wealth, it's breathing room. And breathing room is transformative. Emergencies become annoying, not catastrophic. 3 months after crossing $5,000, Daniel's check engine light comes on. The repair costs $1,100. A year ago, that number would have triggered panic, borrowing, avoidance, maybe calling family for help. This time, he pays. He's annoyed, but not devastated. According to surveys from the Federal Reserve, a large percentage of Americans struggle to cover even a $1,000 unexpected expense from savings. When you cross the $5,000 threshold and manage it wisely, you begin exiting that fragile category. That relief feels like someone turned off background noise you didn't realize was always playing. The lifestyle inflation trap. Here's where things get dangerous. After a few consistent $5,000 months, your brain says something very reasonable. You made it. Relax. That voice leads to small, justifiable upgrades. A nicer apartment for $200 more per month. A newer car with a $400 payment. Better phone plan, gym membership, subscription services. More delivery because time is money. Individually, each expense feels earned. Together, they erase the margin you just created. Within 6 months, Daniel's monthly expenses increased by $600. His savings barely moved. Despite earning $2,000 more per month than the year before, he felt exactly as broke. This is lifestyle inflation. Income rises, spending rises in parallel, wealth stays flat. Why this trap scales up? The illusion doesn't disappear at higher income levels. Research has shown that even households earning well into 6 figures report living paycheck to paycheck. When expenses expand to match earnings, the stress remains. The number changes, the pattern doesn't. Without discipline, $5,000 becomes the new survival baseline instead of the starting line for growth. The moment of clarity. Month 13, Daniel notices something uncomfortable. He's earning more than ever, but still anxious. So he does something counterintuitive. He reintroduces intentional awareness, not because he has to, but because he chooses to. He tracks spending again, cancels unused subscriptions, cuts delivery, automates savings of $500 a month before touching the rest. Within 2 months, his savings grows past $4,000. For the first time, he has a cushion, and that cushion changes negotiation power. The power of optionality. A client offers a rush project at standard rates. In the past, Daniel would have accepted immediately. Now he replies, "My rush rate is double." The client agrees. Why? Because people with options don't sound desperate. Scarcity leaks through tone and body language. Stability changes how you speak. Savings doesn't just protect you from emergencies, it protects you from bad decisions. Trading time for leverage. At $5,000 a month, Daniel realizes another ceiling. He is still trading hours for dollars. There are only so many hours in a week. So, instead of working more, he raises rates. Instead of charging hourly, he builds fixed-price packages. One brand package sells for $8,000. 2 clients sign in 1 month. Suddenly, income jumps to $10,000 without doubling hours. Because he used $5,000 as a foundation instead of a finish line, growth accelerates. What $5,000 really represents? It's not luxury, it's not freedom, it's not winning. It's the threshold between survival mode and strategic mode. Below it, your brain is preoccupied with staying afloat. Above it, if managed correctly, you gain space to plan. But that only happens if you protect the margin. The long-term difference. 2 years after that first $5,000 month, Daniel stands in the same grocery store, same checkout line, same $180 bill. He doesn't do mental math anymore, not because he's reckless, because he built stability. He has over $40,000 saved. He turns down bad clients. He negotiates from strength. His stress level is lower than it's been in years. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels normal. And that's the final twist. The goal was never the number. The goal was the stability that follows disciplined action after the number. Your first $5,000 month will not solve all your problems. It will not make you rich overnight. But it can mark the end of constant survival calculations. It can restore cognitive bandwidth. It can shift your identity from hoping to knowing. The real question is what you do next. If you inflate your lifestyle immediately, you upgrade your problems. If you protect the surplus, you upgrade your future. The next time you're standing in that checkout line and you don't have to do the mental math, don't celebrate by spending more. Celebrate by saving the difference. Because $5,000 a month isn't the finish line. It's the point where you finally have enough stamina to run towards something instead of away from something.
Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon.